in so you can see. Okay. You Deshi have to be closer, okay? Just don't be in Sean's way, okay? So you could be on those diagonals, okay? All right, and you'll have to zoom in, you'll have to walk in, okay, or whatever. Okay, so laong is a particular hand shape that for training purposes is a very important point to understand, because the art uses mudra to move the mind, the chi, okay? To get you in the ballpark, what I always say is spread those as hard as you can, okay? And then start to reduce tension throughout to where you keep the shape, but reduce the tension. So without losing the shape, okay? If I relax and I went too far. Does that make sense? But this is incorrect. So I just start there, and this is very much the exact Kokyu process. You start with an overflexion, and then you start dialing it back on where can I keep this shape without the flexion. So when you think of the flexion, first start is how flexed are these metacarpals, and then come up to the forearm area in particular, okay? And then make sure nothing's going up your shoulder. And this is Lao Gong now, okay? And if you do it right, you'll sense like, I don't know what to describe it, but there's like a tickle, vibration, I don't know. You'll know what it is, okay? That's there the whole time. You can feel that, okay? All right. From there, I have to pay particular attention to the tension that I bring in the forearm to keep that shape. So we don't want to be like what people thought sensei's doing, and you're like this with this tension. And so he comes in and grabs, and he feels that tension in those tendons there, right? And so as he's pushing them, I'm fighting the pull by trying to keep my hand shape. Do you see that? And he's a strong enough dude where he grabs and you can see he's like a puppet. Do you get that? There's no different than he's strong enough, do you see? And he's trying to, and I'm here bracing. He's going to out-yang me. Do you got it? Okay. So the drill here is, okay, get there, get in the ballpark, which you think is the ballpark, and then he'll come in and he'll apply tension, and I don't want that. That's too relaxed, okay? And I will just continue to release. It might take some time. My stance doesn't matter, but I keep working inside my forearm, keeping my shape without having the tension here, okay? So you'll have to describe what it feels, but it should be like, I'll just let you talk first, okay? And be as sensitive and as accurate as you can. You're gonna talk what you feel. In particular, let's start here and then see what you feel as you squeeze harder and harder and harder.
So here it's all. I feel a lot of pressure on the fingertips.
Okay.
Almost like if I can feel the sinew and the tendons and the musculature all flexed.
Okay. And then as you squeeze your hardest.
Now I'm just kind of almost like sinking in. Almost like maybe like a quicksand or something.
Okay.
It's just sinking.
Can you feel the tendons actually being manipulated by your grip? Like squeeze harder and you'll feel what I mean, like rope.
Oh, kind of, yes, almost,
yeah.
Almost an elastic, but also kind of
yeah.
moving around the actual pressure point.
We'll go to the other side because your grip might be a little tired. Okay, but And I felt a total, like he's cutting off circulation, and I'm extremely tired through here, okay? The shoulder is extremely fatigued, okay? That's important. All right, so now we'll do the other one. And you'll just slowly increase so that it's slow enough for you to process what you're feeling, okay? So not that, here.
Right.
So we'll just start that,
Right.
here. What do you feel? That, here.
This is that same initial feeling that I just described.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, now feel this here in your fingertips.
It just goes, that's, the grip is still fully on, but these pressure points here, I don't feel anything pushing back.
Yeah, he doesn't feel his pressure because I'm not pushing back on it, okay? So you'll slowly increase. What do you notice about that? Let's go back, okay? You'll do the other one. Slowly increase. Okay, and then we'll do the second one. Damn, okay. Okay, we'll do the second one, slowly increase.
It's just, I don't feel like I'm really squeezing on anything. The shape is the same, in other words, like I feel like my fingers are closing, but they're not.
Okay, so now watch,
crushing.
get a decent grip, and I will open my fingers more without him feeling that, okay?
I don't feel anything changing in the grip.
Okay? That vibration is not a muscle spasm or anything like that. A lot of Tai Chi practitioners make a big deal out of the vibration that moves into the hand. They'll explain that it's the chi moving your body. I don't feel it per se. I can just see it, okay? I don't know, okay? But I do know he feels like there's nothing there. He feels akin to this, okay? So let's say I'm here and he will step on it and I'll be dead, and that's what he feels, right? It just keeps going and going and going, okay? That's what he feels. But I'll just keep my shape without pushing back on his body. I feel a constant fluctuation between the urge to push on him and then the release, especially in the ring finger. So like this finger, no, as we move on. Watch. Keep going. I'll do the other one now. You feel the pressure coming off the mat. I'll do the other one. So what do you feel?
That one feels like you mentioned when you flexed, I felt
Up.
everything coming up off the mat.
Then
This one is just like
down.
Like it's just flat.
Okay, so let's go back and let's look at some things. Everyone is going to say that if you push on the tendons, the fingers are going to curl, okay? But you have to think about they have a misunderstanding of the involved mechanics and physics, okay? So if I have a rope, right, and you push the inside of the rope, got it? You're going to pull the end forward, got it? And what no one understands is that requires this end of the rope to be tethered. Do you guys got that? Okay, so when people do this hard thing, they're tethering it on the two sides. And so when he pushes in, it's like, oh yeah, he's got a piece of the rope and he's starting to move the end of the rope. So when he pushes in again and I untether that backside back here, then he's just moving a loose rope. It's not tethered on the other side, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're doing the Kokyu drill, Margaret, you have a lot of shoulder tension to hold the shoulder positional integrity. You're holding it that way, and then that makes your grip squeezable. Whereas if you let go of the shoulder tension and you use the ground vector instead, then this grip doesn't have to do anything. Okay? Questions or comments?
It's hard to describe in words.
It is hard to describe. I agree.
But it is the rope analogy rung true.
Yeah, as soon as you release that shoulder, it's so doable. Okay? Let's try it. Go. All right, so that same relaxed hand, it has a structural integrity to it. It's not this relaxed hand, okay? But it's not this either. Okay? I'm not gonna do Ikkyo like this, okay? It's very relaxed the same exact way. Everything is relaxed. At no point in it can he push at some weird angle. So you could even have, like, he'll push at that elbow, okay? If I'm here like this, Andrew would get me, okay? But once I'm relaxed like this, and I'm in both of them, and as I'm moving, this is what they mean when you have those diagrams where they're showing the force going around the body. It's like there's positional integrity from all the angles. That's what's going on there, okay? And you can't do it when you tie these points like that. It becomes a lever, and you have distal ends on the lever, okay? And you'll lose mechanical advantage. So we don't want that tension in the body, okay? It doesn't matter which angle. If I'm doing it right, you have 360-degree positional integrity, okay? Yeah. Okay? How about you guys try that? What's that feel like?
No different than if I've been in Taylor's position.
Yeah, than he had been in front. Because usually what we're doing is a skeletal alignment. Do you see? But now, because if you look at it, he has two hands, right? Didn't you?
Just one.
Oh, just one. Okay. So he has this, and you're like, whoa, that's easy peasy. Okay. But once we're moving, he'll feel the same ground vector of me as if he was in front of me. That's what he felt, and I feel him hooking onto my ground vector, the single ground vector. Okay.